National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry now. This is Williams. Fighting through it. He's got space. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To throw is Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Nix. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Nix from the shotgun. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only the first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
And Rattler's name is one that fans recognize going all the way back to high school. And they followed him through his journeys in college at 2 different schools. A 5th-round pick. He can play, and he's determined to prove the league wrong for not picking him a lot higher now that he's getting his opportunity.
Now Rattler. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 4. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing Nix. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that 1st touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Throwing is Rattler. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air is Rattler. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Rattler wants to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And Rattler, he'll throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos and Courtland Sutton heading back out there. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Nix to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Play action, now Rattler. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Denver's offense ready to go again. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To throw, here's Nix. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Here's Nix. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports.
A couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's Chris Olave. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the shotgun, Rattler. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Coming left is Kamara. And it's a room to maneuver. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the 1st half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Powering his way forward. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw is Nix. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Nix from the shotgun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Rattler from the gun, third down. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And coming out now, the Broncos. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing Nix. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 6. A little under 2.5 to go. Now Rattler. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And fights through one man. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. That's caught by Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He's back to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.